Trump is off the campaign trail today, but he's still on Twitter. His tweets have stirred up vice presidential pick rumors and some more controversy. Tonight, correspondent Peter Doocy reports on Trump's latest Twitter troubles.
Donald Trump used the long weekend to meet with rumored members of his shortlist for vice president, posting today that, quote, the only people who are not interested in being the VP pick are the people who have not been asked. And now we know he asked a pair of prominent Republicans to join him at his golf club in New Jersey for separate meetings. Today it was Iowa Senator Joni Ernst, who he says has, quote, done a great job as senator of Iowa. Yesterday it was Indiana Governor Mike Pence and his family. Trump said afterwards he was, quote, very impressed, great people. And Pence said this.
The opportunity to sit down and have some real personal time with someone who I hope is the next president of the United States was a great privilege.
If Pence is the pick, he would need to withdraw his re-election bid for governor by July 15th, since Indiana doesn't let politicians run for state and national office on the same ballot. But that deadline is before the Cleveland convention, and a top surrogate says that may not give Trump enough time.
He's really going through this process and being very deliberate about it, and will take as much time as is necessary to make a good choice.
This weekend, Trump was accused of using a Star of David as the backdrop for text, describing Hillary Clinton as the, quote, most corrupt candidate ever, an image that was deleted and replaced with a circle in place of the star. Still, the Clinton campaign pounced, alleging, quote, the fact that it's part of a pattern should give voters major cause for concern. But Trump, who has a Jewish daughter, son-in-law, and grandkids, says, quote, dishonest media is trying their best to depict a star in a tweet as the Star of David rather than a sheriff's star or plain star. And a Trump advisor stated this morning nobody from the campaign was intending to be anti-Semitic.
Not every six-sided star is a Star of David. There is no intent here at all. And so, you know, it's we corrected this tweet and have moved on.
And just minutes ago, new reaction from Trump about that image. He says in part, quote, Clinton, through her surrogates, is just trying to divert attention from the dishonest behavior of herself and her husband. The real questions are, why was Bill Clinton meeting secretly with the U.S. Attorney General on her case? And where are the 33,000 missing emails and all the other information missing from her case? Doug.
Peter Doocy from our newsroom tonight. Thank you, Peter. This week, Hillary Clinton hopes to turn a new leaf on the campaign trail after controversy over her husband's meeting last week with the Attorney General overseeing her email investigation. The Democratic presumptive nominee capped off the week with an FBI interview, and now she hopes to turn it around by bringing the commander-in-chief on the campaign trail. And as senior political correspondent Mike Emanuel reports, she could use his help.
President Obama is set to hit the campaign trail on behalf of Hillary Clinton in battleground North Carolina, just 3 days after her 3.5-hour interview with the FBI.
It was something I had offered to do since last August. I've been eager to do it, and I was pleased to have the opportunity to assist the department in bringing its review to a conclusion.
However, the lingering issues related to her handling of emails as Secretary of State have contributed to her weak poll numbers on being honest and trustworthy. A recent NBC News Wall Street Journal poll showed Donald Trump with a 16-point lead over Clinton on honesty.
I'm going to continue to put forth my record, what I have stood for, do everything I can to earn the trust of the voters of our country. I know that's something that I'm going to keep working on, and I think that's, a clear priority for me.
A trio of Democrats who are mentioned as possible running mates took to the Sunday morning show circuit to say she can be trusted.
She understands that she's got to earn people's trust. She's going to work very, very hard to do that. And I give her credit for saying that she's made some mistakes, and she's going to try to show the American people that she's going to work hard, especially for working families in America, to earn their trust.
She, like most Americans, wants this thing to be concluded and so we can move beyond it and focus on the real issues of this campaign.
Judgment is what it's all about, and I think she has exercised sound judgment throughout.
Clinton is also trying to clean up the mess after her husband, former President Bill Clinton, met privately with Attorney General Loretta Lynch in Phoenix 1 week ago. Even some Democrats said they should have steered clear of each other in light of Lynch overseeing the email probe.
Both the Attorney General and my husband have said that they wouldn't do it again.
White House aides say the president has developed a deep appreciation for Secretary Clinton's toughness under fire. The risk is Mr. Obama could overshadow her on the stump, but the Clinton campaign wants his help in firing up the base. Doug?
Mike Emanuel from Chappaqua, New York tonight. Thank you, Mike. Coming up next, a fascinating interview. Israel's prime minister talks to Fox News about the death of his brother 40 years ago during a hostage raid in Africa, how he found out, and how he told his parents in an interview you don't want to miss. And then later, a little history about how and when voters truly make up their minds to decide